Okay, one more, and then I had to go wash my brain out with bleach. We're on tour in the South. Pick a state, any state. In the context of the story, it really doesn't matter. So there's this woman and her friend who have been following the band show to show over several states. This isn't all that unusual, plenty of fans do it, but she also has her 15-year-old daughter with her. Now, these folks are dyed in the wool, born and bred, 100% double wide living trailer park trash, okay? Nothing wrong with that either, most of the time. The hotel we're at is right across the street from the venue, so we're at the hotel waiting for production to be ready for us to sound check. I'm kind of hanging out in the drum tech's room, and one of my guitar players is in a room across the hall. Everyone's doors are open. This woman and her daughter are in the room talking to him, and I just think, okay, whatever. At least I don't have to talk to them. So I go downstairs to the indoor pool where the soda machines are, and there's this hot girl getting one. She sees me, the clothes, the hair. Doesn't take her long to put two and two together. Conversation strikes up, and in about 3 sentences, I have her and the conversation moving towards my room and some rockin' bopin'. But there's a hitch. She's married, and her husband is back in their room. Well, the breaks go on, and we just stand in the hallway and talk about it, how it's too bad we can't fuck because it would be awesome, and that's the end of that. I get back upstairs, and the 15-year-old girl is in my guitar player's room with him alone. Now, he's not the kind of guy to mess with anyone under the age of 18. He's got 2 daughters, and where his morals can be somewhat questionable at times, this is not his speed. However, he also has a one fuck of a substance abuse problem, and create the right circumstances, and get him in the right condition, and shit could happen. So I go down the hall and tell my production manager what's happening. He and I both know at this moment what is happening. It's a setup. So my PM says, fuck this, and goes down to the room, walks in, grabs the girl by the arm, says, okay, we're done here. This isn't going to happen. Out. Go find your mom. I leave the room because I can tell by the way my PM looks at me that he's about to have a little chat with my guitar player, and that I might not want to be there. My PM is one of my best friends in the world, but I'm still scared of him, so I leave. I find the girl and her mother out in back of the venue by the buses, standing with some of the crew. I walk up to them, and they're chatting away like everything in the world is sparkly and blue, and that she didn't try to just pimp her 15-year-old daughter out so that she could get put on guest lists and passes for the next however long. At this point, I'm thinking it might just be best if I disappear the mother down one of the many mine shafts the state has to offer. Her daughter is smoking a cigarette, and I reach out and take it off her mouth, and without missing a beat, look at her mom and say, "You're a horrible mother." Didn't really see them too much after that. We were somewhere deep in Alabama, or maybe Mississippi. Honestly, once you've been on tour long enough, the towns blur together. Same motels, same gas stations, same fried chicken smell wafting through the air like a warning. You sleep in the same kind of bed every night, eat the same 3 things from a Waffle House menu, and if you're lucky, the local meth heads don't try to break into your trailer to steal your gear. Glamorous, right? But this one stuck with me. We were staying in a crumbling hotel just across the street from the venue. The kind with faded blue carpet, bleach-stained towels, and vending machines that still carry RC Cola. You get the picture. We'd rolled in around noon. Load-in wasn't scheduled until 3 p.m., and soundcheck always ran late. So we were in that weird limbo between sleep deprivation and performance adrenaline just sort of floating in the space between. Now, on every tour, you end up with a few followers. The super fans, the we've seen, UNH cities types. Most are harmless, some are even kind. They'll bake you cookies, knit you scarves, tell you their life stories in parking lots at 2 a.m., but once in a while you get a follower who's off. Who makes your skin crawl for reasons you can't quite explain right away. This one woman and her friend had been showing up at our last 4 shows. They weren't shy, loud, brassy women, maybe late 30s or early 40s. You could smell the menthols before they opened their mouths. Hair sprayed into stiff blonde helmets, crop tops 2 decades too late. They looked like they had once tried out for a reality show about being washed up before you ever had a chance. But what made them stand out wasn't just the look or the attitude. It was the 15-year-old girl they had in tow.